No, get out of me. Back. No. Back.
Okay, now we gotta do.
I never thought that I would be the one who turned you down and you disagree. We've been on and off, you were never mine to keep.